Now we got Section 8 housing cuts and eviction warnings coming up in October. This has some Americans worried. Let's deep dive.
This is a big one. Big changes are happening to Section 8 housing this fall, and it can affect millions of families nationwide. The 2026 budget proposal kicks in October 1st, 2025, and they're reducing the HUD budget by $33 billion. That's 44% less funds that would go towards Section 8 and rental assistance. They're moving the funds to the state block grant program, which is going to have $26.7 billion less than they do today. That means the states would be responsible for the rest for Section 8. And the big one, the 2-year cap on assistance. That means after 2 years, if you are an able-bodied, you cannot get Section 8 assistance anymore. Some people think this is unfair because it's not giving enough time for people to get back on their feet, and some people think it's time for this to end already.
For millions of Americans, the federal Section 8 Housing Choice Voucher program is the difference between a roof over their head in the streets. But that lifeline is under the deepest threat it's ever faced. Sweeping proposed cuts and new federal rules are poised to gut the program, threatening to displace thousands and creating a housing crisis unseen in decades. On one side, critics cheer the potential end of a subsidized system they believe is rife with fraud and abuse. On the other, housing advocates warn of a catastrophic ripple effect of homelessness. Today on Read the Receipts, we dive into the Section 8 showdown, exposing the political calculus, confronting the issue of system abuse, and detailing the work requirements that could decide who gets to stay housed.
It's just been confirmed that they're taking Section 8 away. It's official this time. For everybody who don't believe me, I want y'all to go do your own research. Section 8 is over with, so all y'all laying around waiting on the government to pay y'all bills, waiting on the government to send y'all these little checks for y'all light bills, it's over with. Landlords finna be pissed off. Even some of the people on Section 8 can't even come up with the $200-$300 to pay their damn landlord the little $300-$400. You can't even come up with that, so let me tell you something. You think life was hard before, life finna get even worse. And I hate to say this, y'all, but it's a lot of lazy individuals out here sitting around waiting on that government check every month. That's over with. If you're not an old person, if you're not disabled, you will not receive financial government assistance. You will not qualify. You will not be able, if y'all noticed, y'all been filling out these applications for Section 8, everybody been getting denied. Ain't nobody been getting approved for it. Let's be real. Think about it. Ain't nobody been getting approved for Section 8 lately. Go do your homework.
The government is rolling back. That's what's happening. People need to understand that the shift and the change that is happening in America is that the government is becoming smaller. They're condensing the government. They're giving the states the authority to be able to manage themselves. And you're going to start to see some states manage it very well. And you're going to see some states that turn into just big time shitholes. And those states that are shitholes are going to have to vote their way out to be able to become something that's prominent. But this is a great reset. It's necessary for America.
Yeah, I want to speak on this Section 8 thing. I think it's a great idea to get rid of Section 8. I mean, I feel bad for some of the people who actually needs it, but there's so many people scamming the system. Like, they've been scamming it for years. Like, people, you could be on Section 8 for your whole lifetime. Like, Like, you could be on Section 8. Like, once you get on Section 8, you could be on it forever. So imagine only have to pay $100 a month, and you got a whole job. You only got to pay $100 a month for your whole life. How the fuck aren't you rich right now? I'm paying fucking $2,000 a month for rent. Like, I want to buy, but everything's so freaking expensive because all these equity groups are buying up everything, putting everything on Section 8 because the government gonna pay them every month. This is for sure money. And Airbnb dying out. So now everything just based off the government paying them Section 8. Because, you know, if you get somebody on Section 8, that's a for sure check every month. And people get that check from the government forever. Like, hold on. I get if you need it. Some people actually need that check, but a lot of people don't. Man, come on now. You've been on it for 15 years? Shit. You've been on it since your kid was 8 months? And you ain't got your life together? You ain't trying to get your life together.
Let me say this clearly. If they cut Section 8, your piece is next, not theirs. Yours. Talk to me. I know some people brush off Section 8 like it's not their problem. But when families lose housing, the ripple hits us all. Our streets, our schools, our kids' classmates. I'm big on community, not just the word, but what it means. Because when people feel safe, They show up different. They think clearer, they raise their kids better, and they build. But when rent is shaky, everything else breaks down. Most of us is one crisis away from needing some help. So stop playing like it doesn't matter. Because if it was your mom, your cousin, or your child's friend, would you care? Because honestly, if the answer is yes, the time to care is now.
You're on Section 8. Your rent's only $100, $650. I live in California and it's income based.
I'm on your ass. $650? I moved out at 17 years of age.
California.
Lived in a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with 2 grown adults who I worked with at a pizza place, and my portion was $600 a month. Fast forward some years later, now 26. My rent is pushing $1,500 and I'm literally in the cheapest apartment that you can get in my area, and it's for a 2-2. I also have a mortgage because I got some land and I ain't got a house on it yet, so I gotta keep renting for a second. I can't even imagine being a grown adult and only paying $600 in rent. Bro, I wish. That's not including a power bill, car insurance. I finally paid off my car notes. I ain't never getting no car notes again unless I'm rich. You thought you ate. Muggs paying $2,000 a month. My homie paying $2,400 a month for rent. Like I said, I'm in the cheapest apartments that you could possibly get where I'm at. And so I lucked out. I lucked out for real. But $650, bro? That ain't shit. I ain't no that ain't shit really. And I'm not down in Section 8. If you need it, you need it. But don't come on here and talk about you paying some big bucks because you ain't.
What they don't want to talk about is the people that's passing Section 8 down like it's an inheritance. Just grow up, have kids, get on food stamps.
Now you better come up with a plan, and you better come up with it soon.
I got a plan.
Well, what is it? Where is it?
Look, mama, you right, okay? Them unemployment checks ain't gonna keep coming in. I know you don't think I think about that, but I do. And when they do stop coming in, I'm gonna go ahead on and find me a nice gal, a good Christian gal. Go ahead on, settle down. Quit all this foolishness. Mama, I know you always wanted grandbaby. You always said that. I think I'm gonna have me a couple kids, 1 or 2 of them, so I can get on welfare.
The numbers are staggering. Budget proposals from Washington aim to slash federal housing funding by over 40%, introducing a drastic 2-year time limit for able-bodied adults without dependents.
Y'all can't tell me she don't look like the dude from The Office.
I kind of know what it's like to be in commercials. My nickname in high school used to be Kool-Aid Man.
For the roughly 2.3 million households who rely on Section 8, this is an immediate, terrifying eviction notice. Housing authorities across the nation are sounding the alarm. They warn that such an abrupt cut would flood already strained housing markets and homeless shelters. Independent analysts predict that millions of people, including children and seniors, could be pushed toward eviction and homelessness. For these families, Section 8 isn't an entitlement. It's the fragile safety net that ensures their kids have a stable place to sleep while parents work low-wage jobs. If the funding is cut, the ripple effect will be felt by every community through rising crime, overloaded social services, and visible increases in street homelessness.
Listen, I already knew it was coming. Section 8, they are doing a budget cut. Okay? So those people who have been on Section 8 for more than 2 years, they about to send y'all a letter letting y'all know to be aware about y'all have to figure it out between, like I said, 60 and 90 days. Public housing. Also, y'all gonna be receiving a letter too. They already said each state is gonna receive a letter. And this Donald Trump saying this. Donald Trump made this rule. Okay? So they tired of y'all living off Section 8. They sick of it, so they done figured it out. They gonna make y'all pay regular rent like everybody else doing. But yeah, do y'all research if y'all don't believe me. Period.
Trump has just announced the new stipulations for Section 8 approval. First and foremost, you have to make sure that you hold down a job and work at least 40 hours a week. He say this because people go get these temp jobs, these 6-hour-a-day jobs, and then they just get approved. Second, if you don't have over 2 kids, you do not qualify for Section 8. You have to have at least 2 kids in order to qualify for Section 8. Reason being, one child is expensive, but it's not too expensive for you to be able to take care of that child. You have to be able to take care of that child if you have a multiple of them where you can't place them in their own room, whether it's a situation where you got a boy and a girl and you need to put them in separate rooms, but you don't make enough income for that. See what I'm saying? Thirdly, something has to be, one of your kids or something has to have something wrong with them to the point where they need special treatment, where you have to be able to afford. It's just a lot of extra stuff going on, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all tap in. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Let me know. You know, I hear things and I bring it to the forefront, and I appreciate y'all. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Link in my bio.
With Trump making all these cuts, I told my cousin the other day, I said, yo, watch how friendly these females gonna start being toward men again.
Exactly.
Because basically, what Trump did was basically take EBT, your child ain't 6 and under, you ain't getting no food stamps. All the welfare recipients, all these females out here claiming that they independent and all that. Oh, just watch. Give it 6 months to a year. And I'm not talking about the actual females who really independent, who really get off their butt and really go work and really go pay their bills and do what they supposed to do. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the welfare recipients relying on government assistance and all that, talking about they independent. Watch, men, how everything changed in 6 months to a year, because now they're going to need help.
They already need help.
Recipients can't pay them bills. They not even responsible enough to pay their bills. They bills backed up. 3,000, 5,000. There's gonna be a lot of homeless females out here with kids. Mark my words.
Like I said, these women gonna have to come back to the negotiation table and look at the mechanic and say, you know what? At least you got a place to stay. I can go ahead and I can submit to that. On top of this though, you're gonna start to see states that can't budget be exposed. These states that don't know how to budget the money the right way, and people looking for help with their food and housing, and the states can't provide it, that's gonna be the incentive to vote those people out of office and vote in some people that know what they're doing, no matter what party affiliation they have, because now the wool is being removed.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, you guys. So I have been seeing a lot of posts about people coming on here stating that their landlords are requesting money from them. And I'm talking about Section 8 recipients. And basically going on a panic because they're not sure what they're going to do. Because one of the ones that I saw yesterday, she says that her landlord is requesting $1,100 from her. She doesn't work. She's not planning on working. And she doesn't know what to do.
Not planning.
And it's like, well, my question is, and I'm not bashing anybody that is on Section 8, don't they notify you prior to them not paying the rent for that particular month? Don't they notify you that, hey, going forward, we will not be paying your rent anymore? And if so, why not get a head start in looking for jobs?
Hey guys, so I just seen another video, and it was, the lady was basically talking about how like Section 8 is a trap, like how it ruined her life. And I actually had this conversation with my mom. So we was talking about how Section 8 is like a trap to keep you like in poverty. Because you know, like when you have Section 8, you gotta make a certain amount of money. Like you have to make a certain amount to stay there. Like you gotta be broke. So a lot of people get in Section 8 and they're like so used to it. Like they enjoy having all their free stuff. And like who wouldn't, like in this day and age? But you gotta think, like they get so caught up in the, oh, I can't make a certain amount so that I can keep my Section 8. So it keeps you broke. And then it's like, you know, like it keeps that generational poverty instead of creating generational wealth, which is what white people do for their kids. And it's just it's a really deep rabbit hole that we need to discuss.
Okay, listen up, guys. I have a big update, okay? The process for removing lifelong Section 8 housing recipients has been drafted. So this is what it says. So people will not be allowed to get Section 8 for more than 2 years. Let's go, because in 2 years, you should have your shit together. I don't care what nobody say, unless you disabled. October 2025 is when they're supposed to be doing the budget for 2026. So that's only in a couple of months. These rules will be sent to the states. The states will then notify tenants who have been on Section 8 for longer than 2 years. Because why are you still on Section 8, Mom? Okay. They'll notify you and give you 60 to 90 days, making you aware that the program would end for you in 60 to 90 days. A 60 versus 90-day notice will depend on the state that you live in. Public Housing Authority representatives will be making contact with the people who are currently on Section 8, beginning with who has been on the program the longest. Okay? Section 8 will no longer be a lifestyle passed down from generation to generation. Let's go. That's called get off your ass and go to work. I'm sorry.
As if we don't have enough to worry about in this world with war, famine, homelessness, Trump. We got information about what's going to happen with Section 8 families. And if you're on Section 8, or if you know somebody on Section 8, you want to listen up. Trump just announced his plan for ending Section 8 housing for generations and generations of people that use it or abuse it. I'm not sure where this was posted, Truth Social or Twitter, but here are some updates for Section 8 housing. People will not be allowed to get Section 8 for more than 2 years now. October 2025 is when they're supposed to be doing the budget for 2026, so these rules will be sent to the states. The states will notify tenants who have been on Section 8 for longer than 2 years. They will notify you and give you 60 to 90 days, making you aware that the program is getting ready to end for you. Then the 60 to 90 days depends on the state that you're in. Public Housing Authority representatives will be making contact with people who are currently on Section 8, beginning with those who have been on the program the longest. Section 8 will no longer be a lifestyle passed down from generation to generation. He's worried about homelessness right now. We'll wait until you get rid of Section 8 housing.
You ask the right boomer, they'll tell you that Section 8 was the worst thing to ever happen to black people. And the fact that it's being cut now is the best thing. It's gonna be difficult. I say it all the time, it's gonna be difficult. But how else are you gonna convince a population to make better choices? You can see the youth now starting to see how Section 8 was a trap. The young girl, she was on that, she already know. So she's gonna make better choices within her life because she knows that there isn't anything that's gonna be able to be a net or a catch-all for women's bad choices. And you can't pass it down no more. Everybody knows Section 8 is a lifestyle for these hoes, and they mama and they grandmama told them how to do it, and they was gonna tell their children how to do it, but that is over with.
Everybody shut the fuck up. Hey, shut the fuck up. Let me tell you something right now.
If you made it this far, check out the video we just did with the good brother Jeff St. James, aka Ask a Brother Podcast, on Fresh and Fit, letting the stubborn ladies know the truth about marriage.